So the Atlanta Police Department and the Office of Fonnie Willis think they slick by releasing the body cam footage of Johnny Hollman's murder a day before Thanksgiving. Now, keep in mind, this incident happened back in August. You know what I'm saying? Which would be the perfect time for a riot to go down. You know what I'm saying? Riots are like tornadoes. They have to have the perfect conditions for them to manifest. So I guess that Atlanta police are pretty smart for recognizing that they have to have the perfect conditions, because back in August, it was warm. Some people were still celebrating summer break, and people weren't as busy as they are this week, the week of Thanksgiving. So I guess they are pretty slick. But a riot would be the right path to go down after watching this footage. Because first of all, anybody who says riots aren't effective don't know what they're talking about. Okay, they affect the local economy. They affect the local government. You know, people, these bureaucrats aren't coming out against riots simply because they think they're wrong. Okay, they don't have the moral authority to talk about how bad the destruction of property is or stealing household items are. They don't have the moral authority over any rioter or looter when it comes to covering up murders, okay, or abuses of some kind. You know what I'm saying? And you know, these businesses that set up shop in these cities where these riots go down, they lose money and they lose faith in the local government, because they're looking at them like, so y'all police can shoot some young black men for jaywalking. You know, you can beat the hell out of some black woman for not wearing her seatbelt, but you can't protect my business from being destroyed and looted. I'm gonna take my business elsewhere. So now, the city councilman, the mayor, and the governor, and the local judges, the local prosecutors, and local police departments, they got to struggle about what they got to do. Okay, they don't want a riot, you know, because that costs them money, and they don't want to have the police spooked from working for that department anymore, because police want to be able to break the law with impunity. Okay, so they have to ensure the police that they can still do that. You know, so they're always in a bit of a pickle when it comes to situations like this. And the Atlanta Police Department has a history of tampering with body cam footage or withholding body cam footage. There's an incident that happened back in January of 2022 where a black teenager named Terion Fortson was tased in the Old War skate park by Atlanta police officer Heather Klotzer, or however you pronounce it, for vaping. They haven't released the body cam footage. The only reason we know about this incident is because someone recorded it with their cell phone. You know, and they didn't even record the whole thing, but the incident report is already inconsistent with what we saw on the cell phone footage, because they say that Terion resisted arrest. But when you look at the footage, he's not resisting anything. He's just standing there. And the female officer, Heather, is telling him to get on the ground like a dog, and he won't. So she tases him 3 times. They don't mention that, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to get on the ground like a dog for her to cuff him. And it's not even known if the arrest was even warranted, because we don't have the body cam footage of what led up to it. We don't know if he refused to give his information or not. You know what I'm saying? He's 17. You know, he might not have ID, you know, because he might not have a driver license. But we don't know, because they haven't released the body cam footage of this incident almost 2 years later. You know, it's going on. It's about to go into 2024. This incident happened in 2022 in January. and we still don't have the body cam footage of this incident yet. And the officer who killed Johnny Hollman, we already know his identity, but we don't. But the public, the only person who knows the identity of Heather, of the female officer who tased Terion Fortson, is me. I'm the only one revealing it because I requested that information from the police department, and they had to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? But the news agencies never reported on her identity. You know, I'm the one who ran her off Facebook when I confronted her on Facebook. But anyway, I'm just putting all this information out here. I'm just making this video to illustrate to the public that the Atlanta Police Department is corrupt, crooked, and violent as can be.